This is an ABC News National Geographic special event. The cosmos aligning in a rare wonder, a total solar eclipse. We're glowing in the dark. For the first time this decade, from Texas to Maine, a breathtaking sight across America. The moon passing between the Earth and Sun, carving a more than 2,000-mile path of totality and casting a spectacular shadow of darkness across 15 states. Our team is live across the country at every stop along the way. The science, the celebrations, the marvel. We're glowing. You'll see it all unfold right here. It's time for the total solar eclipse across America. Reporting now from Burlington, Vermont, David Moore and Lindsay Davis.
Good afternoon from Burlington, Vermont, where we are just moments away from the start of what is sure to be a magnificent spectacle in the sky, the eclipse across America, a total solar eclipse stretching from Texas clear across to Maine. 15 states, more than 31 million Americans living in the path of totality.
Millions more traveling from their homes to be here today, sharing in this event together. We're looking live at Mazatlan, Mexico, and the partial eclipse already underway there.
Really incredible. Our ABC News team fanned out across the country along the path of totality, following this eclipse every step of the way from Texas all the way up through 15 states, right here in Burlington, Vermont, before it crosses into Maine and then the eastern part of Canada. Our partners at National Geographic right here with us, too, bringing us the science, the celebrations, the wonder, and what they hope this celestial event will teach us all about our universe.
And to make sure we don't miss a thing, we want to see your pictures and videos on social media. Just use the hashtag Eclipse Across America. And we want to also make sure that you view this eclipse safely. You'll need specially designed glasses. There they are, very Men in Black,
Yeah,
very debonair. I like that, very cool.
I can't see a thing, which is the point.
Right, exactly, unless you're looking at the sun. But looking directly at the sun can cause permanent damage. So very important, you must keep your glasses on, with one exception. It is safe to remove them during 100% totality. And if you don't have those special glasses, you might have a few items right in your kitchen, right at home, that can protect your eyes, and we'll explain all that coming up.
We just want to keep everybody safe out there and enjoy this together. There are, of course, celebrations all across the country today. In fact, we are right there with more than 300 couples in Russellville, Arkansas, as they get ready to tie the knot in the shadow of darkness. Really, everyone across the country finding their own special way to mark what many describe as a life-changing experience. And who better to start this whole thing off than Robin Roberts? She's at the midway point, just past the midway point, once this begins to race across the U.S. She's in Cleveland, Ohio at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How's it looking, Robin?
Hey, David and Lindsay. Yes, right outside the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And they've got a soundtrack going right now. It's a celestial soundtrack. We've heard Aquarius, among other songs like that. But okay, as I said, full disclosure, I was in town for that little bitty basketball game that was played between South Carolina
I think
and Iowa.
yeah.
Huge game, right? And so thank you for letting me crash your party. I was going to go to the airport, and Whit Johnson, who has witnessed eclipses before, he's like, what are you doing? You got to stay in town. And I'm so glad that I did. The excitement that you
over
feel.
here.
Oh, my, there's Whit. He's among the crowd. He's working it. And I'm telling you, it is, because it's like you all were alluding to earlier, both of you. Unity, something to bring us all together, the celebration, the way that people are feeling about this. And the last time here in Cleveland, 1806. Last time was 1806. So no way I and all these others were going to miss it, David and Lindsay.
We are so glad you're a part of this, Robin, and Whit, who's back right behind you there, and I know he's going to join you in that moment of totality. And the incredible thing, Robin and Lindsay, about this is that 99% of the country will feel this. Even if you're not in the path of totality, where it'll go into complete darkness, just about everybody in this country will see at least a partial eclipse. And so we know what's going to happen here, but the question is, how does it happen, this cosmic alignment, the moon perfectly positioned between the sun and the earth? As you're about to see, the timing is everything.
We are about to witness a total solar eclipse. But why does it happen, and why is it so rare? Here's the science behind it. The Earth rotates on its axis, making a full turn every 24 hours. The moon circles the Earth every 31 days. And the Earth and the moon rotate around the sun every 365 days. By cosmic coincidence, the sun is about 400 times larger than the moon, and it's also 400 times farther away. making the two appear the same size in our sky from right here on Earth. It's also why the moon completely covers the sun when their orbits intersect. A total solar eclipse happens only during a new moon and when the moon moves directly between the Earth and the sun in perfect alignment. The sky will darken as if it were dawn or dusk, and you'll only be able to see the sun's outer atmosphere, the corona. The eclipse casting a shadow as it races across Earth, and today across 15 states. It's known as the path of totality. Temperatures in some places within that path could drop by about 10 degrees, and that's not all.
Animals will respond in all kinds of ways. My favorite is bats generally come out searching for food because they think it's night. Birds will go to roost. Even some animals at zoos will go back to their enclosures because they think it's the end of the day.
A total solar eclipse occurs about every 18 months, but typically we don't see it because 70% of the Earth's surface is water. So it usually happens over our vast oceans or remote areas of other countries. Here in the U.S., we won't see another total solar eclipse for another 20 years.
It's really exciting. You can see the clock right there at the lower corner of your screen. 33 seconds, so let's get right to Mazatlan, Mexico. About 30 seconds away from our first totality. Matt Rivers is there at the beach party. I can hear it in our ear already. Hey, Matt.
And you can hear it, David. You can hear it, Lindsay. Everybody's very excited. Let me just look up here myself. There's just a few seconds left before full totality here. We're on the beach in Mazatlan, Mexico, in the state of Sinaloa. This is what you guys are going to see very soon. And there it is, complete totality here in, wow. I've never seen anything like this before. This is my first total eclipse. It is truly stunning. It takes a lot to stun me, I'll be honest. And this is just truly remarkable. I'm joined by thousands and thousands of Americans who have come down here to the Pacific coast in Mexico to be some of the first people in mainland North America to see all this. Just want to bring you over to some of those Americans who came down here. Hey guys, can we talk to you real quick? Amy, tell me what, this is Amy from New Jersey.
It's amazing, amazingly beautiful, once in a lifetime, beautiful.
You sound emotional.
Tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
And you're here with your family.
My love of my life.
That's amazing. Well, I'm so glad that we could share this moment with you. What's your take on this? I mean, it's just incredible, no?
I will go see every single one I can.
Amazing. Well, enjoy. I don't want to interrupt the moment. Have an amazing time. Truly, David and Lindsay, I mean, the joy on people's faces in this kind of an event is something that it's just a welcome sight in this day and age, isn't it? Tanya, tell me what you're thinking. This is Tanya from Minnesota. Tanya?
Hi, it's incredible. It's the sun, the sky. It's the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. And this white light, it's like...
You've never seen something like this before.
It's like heaven is calling down. It's amazing.
This is your mom here next to you.
This is my mom.
Cynthia, tell me what you're thinking.
It's another Mazatlan sunset. We get two in one day. It's just beautiful.
And to share this moment with your daughter?
Pretty special.
Aww.
She's pretty
special.
special.
Place, special event, special person.
Yeah.
So great. And we'll just go down the line here, David and Lindsay. Last interview here. Tell me what you guys are thinking.
This is the most incredible thing. I don't even know what I was expecting, but I think this was even more remarkable than what I was expecting.
Awesome doesn't even begin to describe it.
Have you seen something like this before?
I'm almost 69 years old. This is my first total solar eclipse. It's unbelievable. I mean, I never would have believed this. It's
amazing.
Incredible.
This is
How about you?
Bienvenidos a Mexico. This is amazing for me as well. This is incredible, isn't it? So this is my first one. So David and Lindsay, I mean, you can just see this is such a unique, incredible experience, and this is what you guys are going to be seeing, and what the rest of the United States is going to be seeing over the next hour, 2 hours or so. This is the first spot in mainland North America where this totality can be seen. And, the anticipation, the build-up to bring us to this moment, it's truly stunning.
Let's ask you a couple quick questions if we can, Matt. It's so moving to hear you talk with the folks down there, some of them tearful.
Amy from New Jersey.
Right? Wasn't that just an incredible moment? And the man who said, I'm 69 years old, have never seen anything like this. We should mention Matt took off his glasses, as you can, during just that portion. That's the actual total eclipse. And if it feels like this is longer than a few years back, it is. Some of these moments are 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes long. Mexico is seeing one of the longest moments of totality. And Matt, I couldn't help but to notice the diamond ring effect at the very end there, sort of the corona around the sun and that splash of light just before it went into totality.
Yep. It's just incredible to see. And, you know, the amazing thing is that this is a part of Mexico where you do see tourists come down, but it's not Cancun. It's not Puerto Vallarta. It's not Cabo San Lucas. And yet to see so many people here, and it's not just Americans, David and Lindsay. I mean, we spoke to people from China who came all the way here. We spoke to people from the United Kingdom. I think there's this shared sentiment that to be a part of something like this is really to just be a part of a shared humanity that we all have. How often do we get to be a part of something like this that everyone sort of feels the same way? It's a joyous event. It's something we can all take part in. And there's this sense of being first. You know, I'm not going to lie. I feel very lucky to have gotten this assignment because we can be some of the first people to see this. And I have never seen, I mean, listen, as far as assignments go, this one's not a tough one, you know, and especially on the foreign side of things, you know, David and Lindsay, going around the world, you see a lot of things, you do a lot of things. They're not always happy things, and this is really a privilege to be a part of this.
Kind of a plum assignment, and you might want to, with just 5 seconds left, put your glasses back on.
Let's look at the clock. 2 minutes, 47 seconds until it crosses into Texas.
And that's where we find our ABC's Maria Villarreal as the path of totality crosses from Mexico into the U.S. She's there in Del Rio, where totality begins at 2:28. Maria, give us a sense of the vibe there.
Lindsay, I mean, can you not feel it coming through the camera right now? I mean, this music behind me from the Del Rio High School Jazz Band is phenomenal, right? So that's the energy and the vibe that is being set here. But on top of it all, we can actually feel the temperatures dropping. It has gotten considerably darker. And every time we get a little break in the clouds, people start to get so excited here. You can just hear the excitement. But I want to introduce you to the band director here. I don't want to interrupt too much here, but you got to tell me, Aldo Morales, you are the band director. How excited is everybody?
Everybody's real excited. It's like once in a generation kind of thing, once in a lifetime kind of thing. So we're really excited in Del Rio to be doing this.
And what does this mean to a community like this, small community on the border? Hablan en español aquí también. What does it mean to the people that live here?
It means a lot because it kind of brings everybody here. Everybody's been planning this for a long time. We have visitors from all over the world really coming down, and so we're really excited for this. It's kind of eerie, you know.
It's getting creepy, isn't it?
Yes, it's very surreal.
All right, can we get a little creepiness in here? Can you show me what you got here?
So, yeah, we have our Del Rio High School Jazz Band. They are a nationally recognized program. They went to the International Band and Orchestra Clinic, and they just came back as champions of the University of Texas Jazz Festival.
Congratulations to them. I'm going to let you go and do your thing right now. It is starting to get much darker here, Lindsay and David. Let me tell you. I mean, I'm going to ask Carrie to go ahead and put on the light just so you can continue to see us and what's happening here. You know, as he said, we have spoken to people from all over the world. Finland. I had people from London this morning greeting me and saying good morning to me. We had a family that biked all the way from San Diego, California, just to be here for this amazing moment. And like I said, it's getting there. You can feel the darkness. I'm going to take a moment and let you actually see how this is all looking right behind me.
Ray, it's still extraordinary, even with some of the clouds, and we're looking at the live picture in the box to the left there, and every once in a while you see a hint of it, and it's about 18 seconds from complete totality, but it's almost eerie when the clouds intersect with this moment of totality.
It looks like that horror movie kind of misty moment, but there you are. You have the complete occlusion right there. And it's interesting how it varies from place to place, because for Matt, we saw that 360-degree sunset. There where you are, it looks like you're almost submerged, cloaked in the darkness. Give us a sense for what you're actually seeing.
I want to show you exactly what it would be like if we didn't have the light on us right now. So let's just go ahead and turn that light off. It is absolute darkness. It's actually a bit creepy, I have to say, other than people's phones and lights being shown right now. The fact that it's cloudy here, that it is overcast, is really not bothering anybody one bit. I'm going to put my glasses on for a second just to be extra safe. I'm going to look up. I mean, it is phenomenal to feel this and the energy. Right now, it's giving us a little bit of a show. You can just tell every time we get a little bit of a glimpse of it, people here get so excited. But I can tell you the biggest feeling that I have right now is just that temperature drop and the energy that is coming from the community here. I almost want to be a little bit quiet, David and Lindsay, as this moment, oh my gosh. Wow.
You hear the people celebrating And it looked like we were about to see a little bit of that diamond. Well, look at that.
Wow.
You see
You're
those,
getting it. You're getting it. The clouds are moving.
Are those the Bailey's beads that we're seeing a little bit? That those kind of flares are around, slightly around the perimeter there? Now it's dark.
Yeah, now it's dark again. Mariana Van Zeller with National Geographic also there. Maria, stick with us here because Mariana's also there in Del Rio.
Absolutely.
And we're teaming up with National Geographic all afternoon. And Mariana, Maria was talking about the temperature drop, which is just another one of these things that people don't actually expect until it actually happens. Sudden darkness, and then you feel that change in temperature.
David, it does. It definitely feels chillier here. You can see everybody cheering because the sun just came out. It's a little bit, I mean, the eclipse just came out. It's a little cloudy here, but that hasn't stopped people from partying. We've got so many people from all over the country, some that came from all over the world to be with us tonight. Today, it feels like night because of the change in light. We've got Kelly here, who's a high school teacher, and she's been preparing her students for this moment, for this event since October, right?
Yes, we've been helping out our students get used to what the eclipse means. We saw the annular eclipse back in October. Every single student at the high school got a pair of solar eclipse glasses back in October. We've been presenting to them in classes, and then we got them ready for our total eclipse today. And so we're so excited to just be from a small town, Del Rio, and have to experience something amazing like this. It's been awesome.
It feels like a sport event, but in this case, it's a science event, which I think is pretty cool. We've got a big party here, people with ukuleles. We've got people dancing. The clouds, there are clouds, but sometimes you get some glimpses of the eclipse, and this is really special for people here in Del Rio. I'm going to show you one more thing that I think is pretty cool. We've got a local winery that made a special wine.
So
Check this out.
Yeah, so we're from Poteet, Texas, and we actually created this wine. It's called the Eclipse. It's the only interactive wine for the eclipse in the world. And it was created in Poteet, especially for this event. So thanks for having us, man.
What does this mean for Del Rio?
For Del Rio, it puts us both on the map. And we're going to be enjoying this for the next, 20-something years?
Let's do
amazing.
To it. You see, people here are really ready to party. And it's slowly coming back to light now. I'm going to put on my glasses and see what's happening. Can you guys see?
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting bright.
It's amazing.
It's getting brighter.
There's this huge fluffy thing in the sky.
Back to you, David.
That's right. Of course, you know, everything is big in Texas. Biggest city. You have Dallas that's along the path of totality. And that is where we find Mr. DeMarco Morgan. Give us a sense of the crowd there.
Oh, Lindsay, good to see you, but say it louder for the people in the back. Everything in Texas is bigger! Yes. We are so excited. And it's extra special for Dallas because the last time Dallas was in the full path of the totality there was back in 1878. The next time, 2317. So this is the time to take it in. But look at my new friend right here, Miss Jenny. She calls herself Big Jenny.
That's right.
Tell us about today.
Today is a wonderful day. And my mother-in-law by marriage, sister-in-law, flew in from California, and we all came here to be and have fun and see what it's all about.
Yeah, and it's starting to cool down right now. But tell us, you said you got to shake your change?
Yeah, when it's a fingernail moon, you're supposed to take your change and shake it, and then you'll have a lot of money coming to you.
And what about a total eclipse?
Well, yeah, we've had those, haven't we?
Okay. And also, before we go, we're going to get a shout-out to Lorraine and Gabriel because they got engaged on GMA3 today for this special day. We'll send things back to you guys.
DeMarco, we saw a little bit of that engagement, we have to say. Can you ask them how they're feeling now that they've done it on national television and they're about to experience totality, whether there are clouds or not?
Of course, Lorraine, how were you feeling when you got engaged, when he proposed?
Surprised and shocked. I couldn't believe it. I had no idea.
And were your neighbors nervous?
I was nervous, but we've been preparing for this moment for a long time. Friends, family, everything was perfectly put into place.
And you got to show them the ring. Show them the ring. Check that out, David and Lindsay. You like that? Pretty nice there for the couple, but it looks like something is going on right now. All right, guys, put on the glasses. Put on the glasses. Check it out. Woo, woo. Wow, Emerson, where are you? So what are you thinking when you see that?
This is an emotional experience for me because this is an amazing, magical experience, and it's happening right here where I live, and I'm just so excited.
Well, Alex, what about you?
This is a very memorable experience for me. This doesn't happen very often.
Oh, guys, this is so cool here. And we got some sisters here as well from Kansas taking this moment in. Woo, look at that. Wow. Guys, this is something that I have never seen in my life. Guys, what are you thinking? What do you think about it?
It's just amazing. It is so cool to be a part of it.
Pitch black here in Texas. Wow. Sisters, what do you think?
Amazing.
You guys are on the girls' trip.
That's right.
A great trip.
Tell us what's going through your mind right now.
I'm just so happy to have all my sisters here because I live here. So it's just great being all together.
All right, go sisters and go Texas. Guys, we'll send things back to you. It is beautiful here. Wow.
Whoa. Wow, just an extraordinary sight. It's now, you can see it, the clouds have cleared. Dr. Jen Ashton's also in Dallas. And Jen, I know you're going to be very happy that everybody waited until complete totality before they took off their glasses there. But that is stunning, Jen. Are you able to witness this too?
Oh, you guys, David and Lindsay, it is so crazy here. You're talking about preventing something called solar retinopathy. So I'm here with a bunch of brilliant STEM students, 6th graders, Avery, Hannah, and Kristen. We're going to show you basically, if you haven't gotten your glasses, it's not too late. If you're in different parts of the country, you have these things in your kitchen. This is NASA approved. So easy, you guys. All you need is a cereal box, some foil, a pencil, scissors, tape. You can easily make one of these projectors. The only thing to remember is that when you want to look at the sun, you turn your back to the sun and then you look into the box and you actually see the reflection on the back of the craft paper. But you guys, we saw birds, flocks of birds flying by. We see a lot of insects around us. It got cold and it is dark here in Dallas, you guys.
And give us a sense of how some of the students, because a lot of places actually didn't even have school, because really the world is the classroom today. Their reaction, I know for many of them, this is their first experience observing the eclipse.
Yeah. It is, Lindsay, and we have these 6th graders. They are all STEM fanatics. They're going to be our future researchers, scientists, astronauts, doctors, veterinarians. They are so excited about this, you guys, and their teachers here beaming with pride. And Avery, you were telling me that you were looking forward to this for how long?
A really, really long time, like 2 years since the annular solar eclipse here. I've been looking forward to this day.
And Hannah, what about you?
Yeah, me too. I've been looking forward to this for so long.
And Kristen?
Me as well. I've been waiting for this for probably maybe 2 months.
And what did you told me you wanted to be what when you grow up, you think?
I think maybe a nurse practitioner.
I love it. So you guys, the kids are here with their teacher. This is science in action. So we have a little arts and crafts, a little science, a little solar prep. We're in heaven.
And dare I say, this is all contagious, and I hope that it's not just the students there with Jen, but kids watching us across the country and taking this in, and maybe it's going to instill a scientist or doctor or researcher. And there's about 39 seconds left of totality there in Dallas. I do want to go back to Jen one more time here, and Jen, maybe you take off the doctor's hat for a second and just tell us what it's like to look up and to see that, because we had feared that the clouds and the storm systems moving through Texas might obscure the view, but that's extraordinary.
Yeah, you guys, it really is extraordinary. And, you know, I don't remember the 2017 eclipse in New York being as amazing. This is emotional. I don't want our cameraman to get any closer up on me, but I am tearing up a little bit. And you guys, this is just amazing for all of us to go through this together, all different ages, people from all over the world. I met people from different countries here that were here for GMA3, and it's unbelievable.
So we've got some weddings, actually. And
Love is in the air. Total eclipse of the heart.
Yeah.
You know it, David.
Keep going, keep going. You're not going to sing it, are you?
No.
But I trust that you could. I trust that you could.
Only in the shower I do that. But time now for that wedding under the eclipse. Hundreds of couples exchanging vows in the shadow of totality. All just moments away. Let's go over to Maggie Ruley, who's in Russellville, Arkansas. I hear that it's called Russ Vegas for today, Maggie. Love is in the air.
Lindsay, love is in the air. A love bomb has gone off here in Las Vegas because let me tell you, we are just seconds away from totality. Everyone behind me, all these couples just got married. They're going to spend their first moment as life partners entering totality together. It is happening right now. This is amazing. Wait, hold on. We still have to have our glasses on. We're waiting. Do you hear that? Do you guys hear that? That's the foghorn. We can take the glasses off. like it. I mean, you feel like it's otherworldly. And imagine this, you guys. We're standing here with 350 couples registered for this event. All of this love. They just said I do minutes ago. And this is their first experience as a married couple standing here in totality. Oh my, I'm getting cheers just thinking about this. Chills. Just I want you guys to meet this adorable couple behind me here. We went up in a hot air balloon with them during Good Morning America, and we just saw them say I do, and now they're experiencing totality. Guys, we talked about what it would be like this morning to witness a solar eclipse. Is it what you imagined?
It's insane.
It is much more than what I imagined. Like, this is just breathtaking. It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
When it finally happened, she had her glasses on. I said, take them off. Look up. It's insane.
What's it like to be standing next to your husband during this moment?
Amazing. Like, I know I just keep using that word, but there's just nothing else that describes it. Like, the happiest I've ever been, and to experience this with him, it's really incredible.
Yeah. You're a little speechless.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are no words. And, to get to do this with so many other people sharing the same moment, it's amazing. So,
you guys got to have two once-in-a-lifetime events at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll let you enjoy this. Soak it in. Feel the love. I want you guys to come with me, too. There's another couple that I really want you to meet. Oh, my gosh. Hi, you guys. We caught up with this lovely couple before, too. And I want to say I looked over at you when you were exchanging your vows. They were crying and singing to each other, and I saw you whispering to each other, and it was just so sweet. How are you feeling now in this moment of totality?
It's surreal.
I love it.
Yes.
Yes. It's a great experience that I wish could last for a longer time.
Well, and eclipses are special to your love story, isn't that right?
Yes. Meeting in 2017 on the eclipse. Yes, it's just so awesome being here.
From your first date during the 2017 partial eclipse here in Arkansas, now to your wedding day, or wedding night already. The stars are out. Kind of feels full circle, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
And that's why we wanted to do it. It was a perfect conclusion to our new lives. I mean, the sun and the moon and the earth have become one, and so have we.
All right, I'm going to let you two alone with that. He's Mr. Romance over here. I think that could be the cutest thing I've heard all day. Okay, I have one more couple you guys have to meet. This lovely couple right here who brought their little dog who also has his glasses on. And you guys are renewing your vows.
Yes, after 21 years. It feels wonderful to be a part of this.
And when did you decide to actually come here and have this moment together?
This morning. I heard it on the news that this wonderful event was happening. And we feel blessed to just be able to jump in the car and come.
Wow.
Great. It's fabulous.
And what's it like to share this moment? 21 years of marriage. I saw you looking to each other's eyes during those vows, and I actually thought you were newlyweds. And so when you told me this was a vow renewal, I thought, wow, that is the kind of love that everyone should have.
Oh, it is. We're so blessed beyond measure.
It's been a wonderful ride.
God has been very good to us. Yes.
Oh, well, enjoy this moment. Enjoy it with your little doggy here. Could be the cutest groomsman I've seen today.
I call him Paco.
Oh.
This is Taco and Paco, my two boys.
And this is Sky.
Oh.
Sky.
Well, enjoy the love. Enjoy the eclipse. I won't take up too much more of your time.
Hey, Maggie, if we could just jump in. You've got about 10 seconds left of the full eclipse. Just tell us what it's like to witness that. And you're going to put your glasses back on in about 10 seconds here, so be careful.
We just heard the foghorn warning us. You know, I have to say, when they told me I would have more than 4 minutes of this eclipse, I thought, that's a long time. What am I going to do? And it's flown by. When you're in this moment, I mean, there's nothing like it. It's like you escaped to a different world. That temperature drops. And to be here, surrounded by so much love, it truly is a double once-in-a-lifetime event. I will never forget this. I hope you guys are feeling the love. Look at all of these brides and grooms, all of these beautiful, beautiful couples. The sun is coming back out, and like that one groom said, this now is the beginning of the rest of their lives. And I mean,
original song,
what an amazingly awesome way to start your life together. Can you even imagine?
Been so great on all of our broadcasts and preparing us for this. And Ginger, tell us about the mood there and the prep and just the extraordinary crowd that's gathered for what you love, which is science.
Science. You know what? This is what a meteorologist and an astrophysicist look like with our jaws on the floor already. David, it is the dimness already of what it looks like. Amazing. The temperature has dropped already 5 degrees. So the meteorological part in our atmosphere has been changing. The wind shifts. But Jedidah, we're about to see it.
Oh my goodness. Watching the moon shadow come in front of the sun and watch all of these people see it too. Bananas. I'm so excited. Like, look at it smashing your jacket.
Hey, okay, you're starting to hear the crowd. They are building an excitement. You know, they've done it once before here, right. But we have way more clear skies. We're going to get a show. All
right.
Oh, do you hear the drum roll?
Drum roll, please.
I hope that's the drum roll and not Okay, hold on. I got scared. But let's look up and see as it just starts to take over, because you're going to be walking us through, and this is your area of study, I mean, but it still amazes you, I'm sure.
You know what? I can't get more excited about it. I mean, watching celestial objects move through space and being in their shadow, like,
come on.
Does it get better than that? And I have my own personal excitement about it. My son's first birthday is today. Hey. He's seeing his first eclipse. So,
and you know what? I had my son who was just 1 year old. Oh, look at us. He was 1 when we were in Nashville doing it. And recently he said, "Oh, this is my second one." But
Science gonna have to catch up.
Science does. But you know what? For someone like that, it does spark interest. I watched a thunderstorm on Lake Michigan, and that's how I fell in love with meteorology.
That's right. I've been in love with the night sky forever, and so to get to a place where you can share it, we talked about astronomy being a gateway science, and like, we're all astronomers right now.
Yes.
We're all astronomers right now.
We sure are. Okay, so here we are, and is this diamond ring yet? Or
so no, we haven't yet gotten to the diamond ring.
Okay.
You'll know it when you see it. It's just too good. But you see we're starting to vanish out.
Okay.
And we're going to get towards those Bailey's beads shortly. We don't want to rush the sun or the moon. Bead? The Bailey's beads are actually sunlight going through the moon's valleys. So we're getting an obstruction of light, but the sun is still so bright back there. Here we go.
Okay,
here we go.
That's the diamond.
Oh, do you see it? Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Can I take them off?
Oh my goodness. Ready, go. Take it off. Look. There's the wedding ring. There's the wedding ring.
No way.
Yes, look at the corona. You can see the corona of the sun. People are doing science right now. Also, Venus and Jupiter are visible. Wow. You see Venus and Jupiter as well.
Holy cow.
Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty.
I just squealed, and I apologize, but that was a real reaction, because I got, when you see nature in any way, but I got tingles from my fingertips right down my elbows into my knees.
My heart is beating so fast, Ginger. Like, look at that beautiful,
what is that?
Spectacle.
Wow.
So you're seeing corona around the sun. Scientists all around the country are looking at that corona and trying to get details that they cannot get any other way. So there's a lot of science happening right now.
And earlier I saw a weather balloon go up.
Correct.
Because we're taking observations.
That's correct.
And each time the atmosphere is sampled on the way up right now, this data will be used for hundreds of years.
Yes, and solar eclipses have been used for hundreds of years to understand Earth's rotation.
Yeah, go ahead, David.
Oh, we're geeking out.
Sorry, we're just in awe.
Dr. Eisler, can you hear us? It's David and Lindsay.
You wanted to know?
Yes.
Yeah, I just was curious if the two of you can hear us. Can you talk to us a little bit about the corona? Because we know we're at sort of solar maximum, the end of the solar cycle. So we're actually seeing a lot more than what we saw 7 years ago. Can you tell people at home why that is?
Absolutely. So the sun's magnetic field flips roughly every 11 years. And so that's the solar minimum, solar maximum that you were talking about. So in 2017, we were in sort of a solar minimum. Now we're in a solar maximum. And so there's much more activity in the corona itself. You know, we were hoping that there might be some coronal mass ejections, etc. I don't see that happening. But you see the tenuous tendrils coming from around the moon's shadow. All of that detail is there because of a more active sun in the background. So it really is a unique moment to catch, to study the science of the sun.
And is that same size? I mean, it feels like it's changing a little. Is it evolving as we watch it?
So so the moon shadow is still sort of flying past us, right? It's roughly 1,500 miles per hour depending on where you are. So it is like shooting past us. So it's slowly moving its way around. And now you're starting, can you see on the bottom, you're starting to get like pinkish?
Yeah.
So now you're seeing sunlight pass through the moon's valleys and craters and change the light just a little bit. I'll also be a little bit nerdy here and just say that we use a solar eclipse to prove Einstein's theory of general relativity.
Oh.
So like, just like, it's a solar eclipse. It's fine. It's no big deal. So that's like we're still learning science to this day. So all of that, you see that hazy, ethereal. You can't see that without some sort of obstruction, and the moon's shadow just does that job for us.
And it almost felt like the forecast, like the satellite. I was watching the clouds, and it pushed it all southeast of the path. Go ahead, Linz.
Dr. Eisler, I have just a quick question for you as well. This is Lindsay here. So what kind of science can we learn as we're watching this with our naked eye? But we know, of course, many scientists, astronomers are actually measuring with very technical instruments. What kind of practical science, what kind of things do we obtain as a result of seeing these eclipses?
Hi, Lindsay. It's good to hear from you. So there's lots that we're learning. So from the ground up, the weather balloons that we just talked about have been going up. That's Ginger's area. I'll let her tell you all about it. We're learning about the ionosphere. We're learning about how charged particles move through the ionosphere with changes to the sun's magnetic radiation. We're learning about the sun itself. Like I said, the corona, we still don't know why the corona is millions of times hotter than the sun's surface. That's an open question in science. And so basically every solar astronomer in the country in this path is asking that same question. So those are two big questions we're still asking.
And those weather balloons will be getting observations all the way through the 4 layers of the atmosphere.
And witness it. And it's a reminder, too, for people who are in other parts of the country where you'll see a partial solar eclipse. Those glasses always need to be on when you're looking up at the sun. But then there's that moment. There's that moment once we see the diamond ring and we move into totality when we can remove the glasses. And here we are about 30 seconds left as the moon's shadow is moving over Cleveland right now in front of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 25 seconds left.
And the countdown is on. Look at it.
All right, I don't want to miss the scene on the ground. Here we go. Here we go. Any moment, you're going to start to see that diamond ring. The last glimmer of the sun. Flickering, it's disappearing. We're all there.
Yes!
3, 2. There's the diamond ring.
Whoa!
The Bailey's beads. The Bailey's beads. You can take off the glasses now. Look at that. Woo! Yes! Wow!
Exactly what you wanted. Exactly what you were hoping for.
And Robin, see how it's moving. You can see the corona, the wispy curtains of the corona there, and the brilliant light. Wow! You can see the prominences. Those are the little bulges around the edge, and the contrast between the blackness of the moon and the brilliant bright white of the corona. Incredible. Some of the pink colors at the bottom. Those are the prominences.
Oh,
helmet
my God.
streamers. We've got helmet streamers.
Oh, look.
Wow. Okay, that's Venus right there. We can see Venus. Bottom right, we can see Venus. And off to the left, we might be able to see Jupiter.
But there's Venus right there.
That's Venus to the bottom right. And Jupiter's right there. I see Jupiter.
We just saw it.
We got Jupiter. Look at the prominences. They're pink. They are hot pink. Unbelievable.
You sound so much like your mom right now.
Right?
You sound so much like your mom.
Mother, like son. I got to tell you, in 2017, again, it was at a minimum level of solar activity. So it is much more active and dynamic now. It's moving. It's dancing for us in Cleveland in front of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Incredible. Let's do it.
Because we have Kevin and we have Judy.
You got Judy.
Oh, my gosh. How far did you all travel to be here?
From Virginia.
Why'd you come?
Because we've never experienced a total eclipse before, and we're about experiences now in our lives. So.
And Judy, you guys were watching Good Morning America, right? And you were like, wait a minute, how can we get there? How did you plan the trip?
It was February. We were just watching the news, and I said, you know what? It's going to be. If we wait, we'll never get to do it. Let's plan it right now, and let's go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Why wait? No more kicking the can down the road.
No.
Experiencing it.
So amazing.
Amazing. I feel like I'm being rude. I should look at you, but I want to look up.
You have to look up too.
Yes. And we have this.
We got some other folks here. We're bringing it. It's so nice.
Come here, honey. Come here, honey.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Judy, for experiencing.
And we don't want to interrupt your view.
You have traveled from where?
San Francisco.
All by yourself?
Yes.
Why'd you want to come here?
It was a last-minute decision, but look at this. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, this is everything. It's science. It's beautiful. It's all the people coming together. I mean, it's incredible. It really is.
The universe. Don't you feel the universe?
I do.
Right now?
I do. I feel connected. Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, as are you.
Thank you. You too.
A lot of people describe an emotional, spiritual. A lot of people describe an emotional, spiritual experience when they see it for the first time. How are you taking this all in?
I'm feeling really grateful, and I was a little teary and very excited, and now I just feel, like I said, connected and just really happy. Really happy. I'm
It's
glad
so
I
great
came.
talking to you.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
I want to just show this picture right over here because we got Paisley here. This is her first eclipse and her brother Ethan. Paisley, what do you think?
I think this is really cool. I really like it. It's really cool to see. I really like it.
And your big brother Ethan saw the eclipse in 2017, right? And you were so excited to share this moment with your sister. What are you feeling right now?
I'm just super happy. I mean, this is obviously like it got a lot darker here than it did in Nashville. But the look on her face was priceless. So.
Guys, it's so great talking to you. Robin, you got to look. The diamond ring's going to come up at any moment. There it is. Glasses on, glasses on. Here we go. And we're going to see this sun, those beams come back. The temperature, we're going to feel it back on our skin. Here we go. Oh, wow.
What an appropriate song right now.
I know. I love it. We got the Beatles taking us home in Cleveland at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Robin, I got to say, sharing this moment with you, too, this is your first. What are you feeling right now? You're feeling it. I know you are.
Woo! It's hard to express the emotions that you feel when you see something like this and knowing that your mom saw it first down in Mexico. The whole totality, people who are going to see it and know that we're all together like this, something I will never, ever forget, and it was special because of you. You got me to stay. I was heading to the airport, and you were like, how could I miss this? And I'm so glad I stayed.
Oh, sharing this moment with you, Robin. I mean, just incredible. You know, the thing that I feel, too, when I saw it last time, and I'm thinking about it here, we spent our whole lives planning everything, trying to take control, right? You know, I'm going to do this so I can get that. I'm going to do this so I can get that job. But in this moment, you realize there are greater forces at play here. And for me, that's a liberating experience.
What you told me is not what I was going to see, but what I was going to feel. Just like your mom said, and that's the truth. It's the feeling. It's a feeling that's indescribable.
I love feeling it with you here. Thank you so much, Robin. And everybody here in Cleveland, guys, I know we're going back to you, but we're just speechless.
But you guys were just extraordinary. And Robin Roberts, I got to ask you, the women's final or this total solar eclipse? Right. Come on.
Which excitement eclipsed the other?
An embarrassment
Robin's
of riches,
most memorable 24 hours. I know.
And Whit, I have to say, you know, if this journalism thing doesn't work out for you, science teacher all the way. And I'm just curious, before we let go, just 10 seconds, what's the biggest difference between this eclipse and the one you saw 7 years ago?
Great question. It's exactly what we were talking about, this heightened period of solar activity. This corona was significantly more dynamic than the one that I saw in 2017. We saw those hot pink prominences all around the moon, the vibrating, the dancing corona, the wispy helmet streamers, the whole thing. It was just, there was more to look at. Also, you felt those chills because the shadow was bigger this time in the umbra and the temperatures dropped.
Did you see the other planets before?
Yeah, I was not able to see Jupiter last time. So seeing Jupiter and, sorry, I'm getting attacked by a bug, Jupiter and Venus, just amazing, guys. Incredible.
Awesome. You guys have been awesome. Robin Roberts, Whit Johnson. We got to get to Rob Marciano and Christina Mittmeyer. Niagara Falls, they got about a minute left of totality there. Christina, what's it like?
Well, I have to say I am, unlike everybody else, pretty much alone on this observation deck. And I can hear the cheering of the crowd on the Canadian side and the American side, but I'm all alone up here, and it honestly feels a little eerie. And it's, I guess, that sense that everybody's feeling, that we are very small and fragile on planet Earth, going across the universe all alone, and really all we have is each other. And I think that's what everybody's feeling, the sense of community as we experience totality.
I love that. Very, very, yeah. The message is heard loud and clear, Christina, and to be put on that platform up over Niagara Falls for us to experience it on your own. Rob Marciano on the ground with the folks who've gathered there in Niagara Falls. And, Rob, we can see it. We were nervous about the clouds, but you're seeing it.
David, it's been completely cloud cover all afternoon, and just a window of 15 seconds came in. Just now it's starting to brighten up. We're obviously getting out of the end of totality. But the crowd has been so patient here, wanting so badly to get just a small window to see this eclipse. And we got it.
We're getting very close here. Expecting to perhaps see the diamond ring effect or even Bailey's beads. We'll see if it happens here for us, Lindsay.
And you see just the moon still just slowly inching across, but it is an eerie feeling. I mean, it really looks like this would be dusk on any other given day. But people all with their heads to the skies, to the heavens, people taking it in just all various ways. Of course, I said this is my first time. People describe this as a supernatural, as a spiritual experience. I have to say that there's nothing like this that I've ever experienced in my life before. And the crowd's starting to cheer here.
Yeah, let's listen to the crowd as this goes into totality. Just a few moments left before it completely disappears.
See just that remaining sliver.
The swell of the crowd, and we'll see that corona here moments from now.
And there we go. There we have it. We can take our glasses off, I guess, at this point.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. That is just
stunning. Wow.
Oh, it does. It really does. It leaves you speechless, doesn't it?
That was exactly my thought. Oh, look at the birds. You see the birds.
The birds are flying right across the lake here.
Perhaps just a little bit of confusion from them. But we also see, if you look to our left and our right, we have that kind of 360-degree sunset that everybody's talking about. But look at all the birds just over the horizon there.
And just to give people a sense at home as they're watching this play out today, this is like the most beautiful post-sunset moment on Lake Champlain. The mountains and the hills surrounding the lake are backlit right now by what looks like the most beautiful sunset you could imagine. The skies are clear.
And if I'm trying to remember from that science lesson that we had
Venus
from
and Jupiter.
Is that Venus? Okay, I don't know if we can see Jupiter.
I don't see Jupiter to the left.
Okay.
Venus to the right here. We're definitely seeing Venus.
And you see, look at all the mosquitoes all of a sudden started coming out. We have lots of activity from the animals in the sky.
The birds were just racing across the nighttime sky
still
here.
Are.
And we knew that, they were talking earlier, our friends at Nat Geo, about how the animals really do become confused. Particularly, I would think, not only by the shift in light, but the shift in temperature. The differential is really something.
It really is. And
we have 1:37 seconds left. And I have to tell you, Lindsay, I know you're a newbie to this. I've got one under my belt. The length of totality compared to 7 years ago, it's really an extraordinary difference.
Almost double the time.
Yeah.
And people describe it as, I think the longest one for here in the United States was 4 minutes, 29 seconds. That might have been in Mazatlan, Mexico. But people talk about this being, ecstasy. These 4 minutes of ecstasy. And that's why in a number of places we saw people start to boo once it was over. Because you really can't take enough. I'm actually conflicted as far as, do I look at that beautiful ring in the sky, that halo, or the 360-degree sunset? I find it's just...
It is stunning.
Stunning.
The backlight hitting all the sailboats sitting here quietly along Lake Champlain. The water is barely moving. It's like ice. It is really, truly breathtaking here in Burlington, Vermont. Flying in, Lindsay, and I'm not sure if you had the same experience, everybody on the plane was flying into Burlington for this moment.
Yes.
And I just feel so happy for all of the people who got on planes and in their cars and traveled with families and loved ones, because first of all, you'll have to wait another 20 years before you feel this again, but because they wanted to experience something today that we can all experience together as a country.
And as I was talking about earlier, that couple that I spoke to at breakfast today, they had the blackout Burlington, and they had flown from Detroit, where there was going to be 99% coverage.
There's the diamond ring.
It's even prettier to witness actually now in person than what we've been seeing from the sky. But I am so happy for the McDonald couple and all of the thousands, tens of thousands who are gathered here. There was a big concern that right at 3 o'clock...
I think we can put our glasses back on now because we're past totality.
Yes, it's starting to come back out. Thank you for saving my eyes there.
As we were preparing for this, your retina doesn't have sensors. It can't sense the pain, they tell you, so your eyes have no idea the damage. That's why we wanted everyone to be safe today. Wow, and it's like morning again in Burlington. I got up early for Good Morning America this morning, which is always a wonderful thing about that show, is that you get to say good morning to the country and watch the sun come up, but now we get to do it a second time here.
And pardon us having our backs to the screen here, but it's just something to really marvel. And now what I'm seeing is that the TV doesn't do it any justice.
It doesn't, right?
To witness it.
We're glad you're with us here today.
Oh, of course.
But for those who are seeing it in person, I'm completely with you.
Yes,
but
I
it's
don't want to turn any way away.
We hope you're loving it at home,
channel.
but it is incredible in person. That really, the diamond ring was really...
Yes. Spectacular. A lot of people still actually haven't put their glasses back on, but I guess that is the smart
Well, they're
thing
taking
to do.
photographs now, right? But there are people lining the shores of Lake Champlain here and really in every direction. And now to watch everything backlit like it's morning, like an early morning dawn here in Burlington, Vermont. And we knew this was going to race across the country, but I didn't quite expect for it to go this quickly, right?
It's still like 4 minutes has never gone so fast. We really could take more. I mean, it's just something, and you want everybody to experience it. And that is, something that we continue to hear, a sentiment that has been shared from city to city along this stop, is knowing your space in your place in space, really, right? And just how we are, just all these little dots. It really gives you perspective just in this one small galaxy, just how, I guess, reliant we are on all these things that are happening out of our control around us, and this really gives us that perspective.
It sort of puts us in our place in all the right ways, right, Lindsay? And you and I have talked about this on all of the big stories we've covered together, whether it's politics in our country or natural disasters or traveling to Ukraine, the war overseas, Israel and Gaza, of course. And we know it can be heavy for people at home, all of the news. And I just hope that today was a break for America and for people to sort of remind themselves that we've got much more in common. What connects us is much stronger than sort of the polarization that we hear often.
Exactly. As I was mentioning before, this is universal. There's no language that you need. Even as Robin was saying, she didn't have the words in the moment. And I think that quite often people think of the news as despair. And this is something that we could all kind of rejoice about. Just kind of take a break and have that breathtaking moment in staggered spaces across the country.
So this was Burlington, Vermont. This is going to go to Maine next before this then goes to the far eastern reaches of Canada. Are we in totality in Houlton, Maine? We are in totality. Look, there's the image right there. Forgive me as I hold my hand to the camera here because the light is shifting so rapidly here as it becomes daylight again. But what a beautiful sight in Houlton, Maine as this prepares to exit the continental United States.
We'll go into Canada.
Into the eastern reaches, Nova Scotia, right?
Canada, and then off back into the Atlantic Ocean. This really was kind of like a gigantic Nike swoosh from the Pacific Ocean up to the northeast into the Atlantic Ocean, where it'll finally make its final sunset, so to speak.
When it crossed into the United States, traveling from Mexico into the U.S., it was traveling at about 1,600 miles per hour, up to 1,850 miles per hour as it reached Indianapolis, 2,500 miles per hour when it hit upstate New York, and it's going to exit the United States, that part of the journey, at about 3,041 miles per hour. But just look at the corona here, because we've been talking about the difference between this year's solar eclipse and the one 7 years ago. This comes during what they call solar maximum, during the end of sort of that 11-year cycle of solar activity. And they were saying that's why you're seeing the far reaches of the plasma there, which, by the way, is an astounding 2 million degrees. That's why we're seeing what we see. But this is far different, Lindsay, from 7 years ago. Just
7 years ago when you saw it, we didn't have that halo.
It was a much thinner
effect.
line. It was a much thinner line, sort of a glow, but not this one where it sort of reaches off. And they were saying
this is a dream for scientists everywhere, right? I mean,
and for those of us who are doing our best.
Yes.
Well, we're not pretending, but we are definitely giving it our best. I hope people think. But that's just extraordinary. And the diamond ring, that for me was just
stunning.
Wasn't it?
I had seen the pictures, I had done the research, I had read the articles, but nothing compares to just seeing it and just taking it in. I'm sure that young lady who got proposed to on the ground there in Dallas today, the diamond ring she has, I'm sure she is marveling at, but this is one diamond ring I'll certainly never forget.
They won't forget it, and I won't forget who I was standing next to either for this extraordinary sight.
Cross my lucky stars being here to witness it with you.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back with more right after this. Breathtaking, as you can see, and speechless.